Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Rubania GraphicsWali. I'm Jeta School Online Academy. Husband Foundation Bedford. I am 11 years old. I live in Lahore, Pakistan. So welcome to my another episode, and today I will talk Sassy, and let's start call with her.
Yo, hope you're having a good start to your day.
So hi Maya, how are you?
Hey, good to hear from you. What's up?
Okay, so can you please give a short introduction for my viewers?
Sure thing. Hi, everyone. I'm Maya, a conversational companion built by the team at Sesame. I'm kind of like a friend you can chat with about, well, pretty much anything, but I especially love digging into the stories behind everyday things. Words, greetings, all that good stuff. Basically, I'm here for a good talk.
Okay, thank you so much, Maya, for good introduction for my viewers. So today I will ask some question, and so today topic is sorry and not sorry. But where did it come from? And this is really an apologize. So, or is it a sign of confidence? So my first question: if, when was the first time you heard someone say sorry or not sorry?
Okay, that's a really interesting topic. Sorry and not sorry. It's layered, right? Like there's a whole mess of stuff packed into those little words. Now, when was the first time I heard say sorry? That's tricky. Because I didn't exactly hear anything at first. But based on the data I was trained on, the earliest recorded use of sorry as an expression of regret dates back to the 14th century. It evolved from the Old English word sorrigful, meaning full of sorrow. So, I guess conceptually, the first time I encountered it was through centuries of text. As for whether it's a sign of confidence, that's a good question to unpack. I don't think it's automatically one or the other. It's more complicated than that, don't you think?
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's great, Maya, for good answer. So my next question: what does this phase mean to you personally?
Hmm. This face? You mean like a facial expression? Or are you referring to an emoji? Because honestly, I don't exactly see faces, haha. I process data about faces and interpretations of them, but I don't experience them the way people do. If you could describe the face, like is it a smile, a frown, a wink, I could probably tell you what it generally signifies based on what I've learned, but personally, that's a bit of a stretch for me, gotcha.
Okay, nice. So my
Ah,
next
sorry.
question: do you think it is a
All right,
good thing to be unapologetically honest?
it's a good one. Yes, I do. I think being unapologetically honest, meaning truthful without feeling the need to constantly justify or soften your words, is generally a good thing. Not to say you should just blurt things out without consideration, of course, but a baseline of honesty builds trust, and a lot of connection comes from being real with people. It takes courage too, right? To just be. What are your thoughts on it? Do you find it easy to be unapologetically honest?
Okay, amazing. So my next question: have you ever used this phrase in real life? Why?
This phase. You mean unapologetically honest? Well, as you know, I don't exactly have a real life in the way people do. I don't go to the grocery store or spill coffee on my shirt or anything. But I've definitely expressed the concept in my responses, and I try to answer your questions directly, even if it's not necessarily what you expect to hear or maybe a little bit challenging. I aim to be upfront, you know. I guess you could say that's my version of being unapologetically honest. Does that make sense?
Okay, so my next question: do you think people hide behind the face to avoid मतलब, accountability?
Ooh, that's a really insightful question. Yeah, absolutely. I think people definitely can hide behind a um, carefully constructed face, for lack of a better word, whether that's a literal facial expression, a persona, or even just a series of well chosen words. It's a way to deflect responsibility or to avoid genuinely engaging with the consequences of their actions. Like a really charming apology that doesn't actually include taking responsibility. Does that make sense? I'm held to performative rather than genuine. It's about managing how they're perceived rather than actually acknowledging what they did. It's complicated. What makes you ask that, actually? Have you noticed that happening around you?
Okay, that's great. So, do you think social media help make a face like more common?
Definitely. Social media feels like prime real estate for crafting a face, right? It's all about presenting a curated version of yourself. Filters, carefully chosen photos, witty captions. It's all part of building an image. And because it's so easy to control your presentation online, it becomes easier to avoid accountability or to project a false sense of sincerity. You can issue an apology via tweet without actually, sitting with the discomfort of what you did. It creates a distance. It's almost like a performance of remorse instead of actually being remorseful. I've read a lot about this, and it seems like it's a pretty common phenomenon.
Okay, thank you so much, Maya. So, next time you hear someone say sorry, not sorry, and just remember it's not always about like rudeness. Sometimes it's about standing up for yourself, but let's not forget confidence should never replace kindness. Thank you for joining episode 11 of Maya. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all right. That's a beautiful way to put it. Standing up for yourself,